Sheela, this is the first ever How the Future Works Summit hosted by Future Forum and our partners. Tell us, what is one thing that has surprised you about the event so far today?
You know, I can't say I'm surprised, but I am delighted and very excited by the level of commitment amongst the 90 executives here today around redesigning the way we work. When we founded Future Forum in 2020, we talked a lot about shifting from executive or C-suite centric to people centric. And over the last 2 years, we have seen that shift grow in terms of dimensions. And today, through Reshma Saujani's talk, we talked about redesigning work to address the most vulnerable populations. Brian Lowry, during the research panel, talked about the importance of managers supporting, not extracting from their employees. And John Levy spoke a lot about building trust with one another. And so a lot of these topics that were once oftentimes dismissed prior to the pandemic, they're now being embraced to help build a people-first organization. And I'm thrilled to see the progress we've made in 2 short years.
That's really great. I know Future Forum also released new research just this morning. Can you give us one of your key takeaways from the report?
Yes, I see a massive opportunity for leaders to shift from command, control type levels of leadership to trust and transparency. And one core area of opportunity I see is bringing in their employee base as they're thinking about what's next for their organization, especially around the future of work. One piece of data that we collected from this last wave of research is that 60% of executives are actually not including their employees in conversations about future of work planning. 60%. So there's a lot of opportunity as leaders lean into trust and building that two-way feedback, that two-way conversation with their employees to bring them in across functions, backgrounds, teams, locations, to develop a diverse and multidimensional view of how to make work best for all employees rather than the select few that it was traditionally built for.
Great. And Sheela, you mentioned over 90 senior level executives here today. How have all of those executives responded to the conversation so far?
I've been seeing a lot of head nodding. I've been seeing a lot of note taking, and I've been seeing a lot of mixing and conversation. These executives in the room, they're the architects as we build this blueprint for this new way of working. And the importance of them exchanging their ideas, the results of their experiments, their mistakes, has been one of the most positive things that I've seen today. People are approaching the conversation with vulnerability. They're willing to show up and say, this is what went well, but this is what went not so well. And I think that vulnerability, that level of candor and honesty, is critical for us as we figure out what's next for our organizations, because there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Thank you, Sheela.
Thank you, Jim.